Welcome to Cozy Conversations with Chris Cartel. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell notification, or hit the dislike. Whether you like it or dislike it, as long as you like it. But that way you can be notified or informed whenever new content or new property is available, intellectual property that is. I want to briefly talk to you guys about a comment that was made by a young lady concerning relationships, the dynamics between men and women. And let me just read y'all this, what was said, and then I'll give my take on it. Young lady says, some men have the fear of being used for the money they don't even have. Then she put the crying emojis and laughing emojis up there and a sad face or whatever. Why would a man have let me just say this. Since she said that some men have the fear of being used for the money they don't even have. It's not that they don't have the money, and even if they don't have the money, it's not a fear, it's just the apprehension of, you want to call it fear, you can call it fear. But really, some men don't want to be bothered with women that are so high maintenance to the point where they always got to be concerned about what they need to be able to do for that woman financially, or they got to be living in the hole or living in debt trying to please this woman. So, if they don't have it, they just don't have it. But whether they have it or don't have it, they shouldn't have a fear or apprehension about whether or not they can afford this woman. Because now, when that's the case, it's almost like she a gold digger, or, she just all in it for what he can do for her financially. And these kind of women, they basically are looked at as on the level of being a prostitute or a call girl. And men don't want to actually have that stress and strain when they in a relationship with a woman. Thinking about, well, if I don't have this, if I can't afford this for her, then the relationship is not going to be good, or we're going to have issues, or there's going to be a problem, or there's going to be a rift, or she's got an attitude. Well, if that's the case, what is the woman doing for herself? What is she able to do for herself? If the man can't do it, or if he can't provide what she wants, and it's out of his financial range, is she able to provide that for herself? If she's not, really, listen, if you're not able to provide it for yourself, don't expect somebody else to be able to provide it for you. And if they can't, it should not be, and it is not a knock on the man. If he can only provide what he can provide. If a man making $10 an hour, then he can only afford stuff based on his salary or what he's making. If a man making $30 an hour, then he can only afford stuff based on what he's making, or based on his salary. And even if he's making $30 an hour, he might be moving and spending like he's making $10 an hour, because he might have future goals, or he might have something in mind, or some goals that he's trying to accomplish financially. But if he got a woman that is always talking about gimme, I want, or I got to have, or with a hand out like a beggar, or like she needs to be in the soup line, or like she's a charity case, then he's always gonna have an issue, because she ain't gonna never be able to be satisfied. He's never gonna be, you can never satisfy greed and want. And give me. Because give me what got you here. You see? So, really, a smart man, he should be afraid, whether he got the money or not, of women that he has to be concerned, or he has to take into account, can he afford this woman, as if he's taking into account, as if he can afford a certain kind of car, or a certain kind of house, or a certain kind of mortgage, or a certain kind of rent payment on his apartment or his house or wherever he's staying at. Yeah, he should be very afraid. He should be very afraid. Whether he got the money or whether he don't have the money. And especially if he doesn't have the money, he should walk away. Stay away. And even if he has the money, he should still walk away, stay away. Because it's almost like dealing with a money pit when you're dealing with a woman like that, that has the mindset that there's a affordability that comes with her, that you have to be able to afford her. And why so? Or why does that even need to be the case about being able to afford a woman? Because if that's the case, then some of you women need to be brand new. And I don't know a lot of brand new women out here. I don't know a lot. I don't know a lot of. I know where you can find new houses, new cars, new clothes, new things that you want, but it ain't a lot of new women out here or unused women out here. Most of these women out here are used and abused. And oftentimes when they talk like that, these are the kind of women that may have a lot of miles on them, may not be even worth your time. But all this, then, having a laughing emoji about, a man being afraid of being used. And then look at how she worded it, being used. Who wants to be used? Who gonna volunteer to be used by somebody? Yeah. Whether he got the money or don't have the money, he should be afraid of somebody trying to use him. Nobody in their right mind is into just freely or voluntarily putting themselves in a situation where they can be used and abused. So with that being said, again, I hope that, you enjoyed this small, brief, short, concise conversation with myself, Chris Cartel, on Cozy Conversations. And I'm out.